First, we must understand that design is the future, both from the perspective of making the products that we use, the services that we use, more functional, and also from the aesthetics point of view. So you see that today design, whether it is of cars or mobile phones or clothing or houses or interior or industrial products, we are wanting new designs. So all creativity lies in designing the right solutions. So design is the future, and in fact one of the most prominent careers. And I say so because I think it is design career where people can express their own creativity very well, can innovate. There are no boundaries available in terms of shapes and sizes and functionality. So I think design opens up a lot of avenues of self-employment, freelancing, so to say. And today's youth, I think they would appreciate freelancing much more than employment, because that makes them independent. They can express themselves more freely as compared to when they're in employment. So I think it's a misnomer. LPU design schools get as much focus, or even better focus in fact, than engineering. If you look at the kind of placements which my animation students have got, in fact, there are two very distinct things. One, most of the design students start earning while they are studying, and perhaps right from the second year onwards, once they have been introduced, because it's a skill-based program. There are softwares which are used in every program of design, which are used by the industry. So the same softwares we use. And because of this, the student is able to upload his portfolio, take small projects, national, international, and build on his skills. So this gives them an experience of freelancing as well as entrepreneurship later. And I have seen that the kind of placement these people get, the kind of fast pace in which their career progresses is better than even engineering programs, better than management programs even at times. So it's a very potential area, and trust me, it gets much more focus. We have all faculty drawn from the industry and from the best of the academic institutions, and the curriculum is the best, benchmarking is the best in the world and in the country. So it gets the required attention and focus.
The one more thing I have noticed actually, I can say I have been enlightened with that. जाने अनजाने में ही LPU has something where they are mixing all the departments such a way. I never imagine a fashion department looking like a science lab. So ये एक चीज़ यहाँ पे I saw it very interesting and encouraging. Actually, if somebody wants to learn, they will get the platform. So now anyway LPU is there in future, incorporate this thing and encourage this thing more to set a benchmark, because why I'm asking, no other institute in India has this opportunity and can create, because NID is only design, NIFT is only fashion, they don't have libraries, they don't have other stuff. So here incidentally it is happening, and can you see any focused direction on that line in future?
Basuji, it is not incidental, it is planned, it is by design.
That
you see, right from the beginning when we started, I think after management and computer science, it was architecture which was first introduced.
Okay.
In this group of institutions. And our focus has always been, right from the beginning, to create an interdisciplinary environment of academics as well as research. And if you look at the new academic policy, that also focuses on making sure that they are saying that standalone institutions have no future. They will be discouraged. And now on, it will be only multidisciplinary institutions which will be encouraged. Reason? Student gets multiple exposures. He can interact. For example, if you, my head of school, Bhaskarji can bear me out, our faculty and students sat down with the faculty and students of engineering to create ideas for patenting and copywriting. So that opens up a lot of doors for collaboration with, it could be mechanical engineering, it could be with interior design, Why can't fashion people, for instance, do also interior design? Why should they create clothes only for human beings? They can do it for the upholstery. They can redesign the upholstery of a sofa set, make it more colorful, introduce new materials into that. Now, that kind of experimentation and exposure is possible only in a multidisciplinary environment. Secondly, you understand the engineering aspect. You also look at the management dimensions. This exposure, for example, I was very particular to introduce digital marketing in fashion. That was at my initiative that we introduced. I said e-commerce is becoming important. So somebody who is into fashion and is an independent freelance fashion designer, he will have to, it is so easy today to sell the fashion that you create. You don't need a big showroom. So the only thing is you upload your designs and tie up with one of the platforms and you can sell. But you should know how to market that. So you must understand digital medium, how to do digital marketing. And one can do it on one's own self. So all my design programs have a course on digital marketing, social media marketing, and even digital analytics, how to analyze the data to further improve the marketing effort. So this is absolutely by design, and it's a huge advantage which I don't think the students can find. Not only, you forget about only in India, it is very difficult to find even in Western countries, because design programs are generally not mainstream education. They are generally standalone institutions, which is to me a disadvantage as compared to multidisciplinary institutions.
Yeah, that is what we are seeing here, because in India also when we see like this kind of multidisciplinary, sometimes we see design is just degree hai, de diya, bana diya, this is not that focused towards that, but here the whole scenario is different.
Our concern for preserving the culture. We have already done a few projects. Our faculty in fashion has done projects where they're documenting the certain arts of Northeast.
Okay.
Likewise, if you look at my students of even fine arts or interior design or even architecture, they go out and document the dying arts, because design comes out of the culture. It directly comes out of the culture. And to me, it's a major representation, and you should never forget and give up the Indian culture. It is so rich, so diverse, and I think we have a lot to give to the world. Yeah. So as you asked, I normally ask my people, what is the contribution which Indian fashion has in the international fashion? Huge contribution. The kind of inspirations we have, the kind of architecture we have, the kind of cultural variations they have, the kind of dance forms we have, the kind of festivities we have, they are all so rich, and those are the sources of design. So I think we have a lot to contribute, and we will definitely play a very important role in making sure that we take this Indian culture, whether it is through fashion or through design, any kind of design, to the whole world. And I think it's our moral obligation as well.
Yeah, it's very nice to hear, and whoever I'm meeting here, for them it is beyond a job responsibility. Everyone is so passionate about growing the whole works and projects. So
I think this is the culture of LPU. Whether it is any faculty or any person in any position of responsibility, we hold ourselves accountable. I think even the student and his parents will not be as concerned, as worried about the future of the students as perhaps we as teachers are. Student would, rarely think of the day the student is here. The mandate in LPU is right from day one, his focus should be his career. We should tell him, we should give him all the choices. These are the different choices for you. What is it that you would like to choose as a career? And then we train them accordingly to as per their taste, as per their preferences. We train them in. We make sure that we are able to fulfill their aspirations, support them fully. So it is a sense of accountability that you will find here. And I think that is the reason why LPU is growing, why LPU students are being preferred by the industry. And our students, our faculty are getting live projects from the industry. I'm sure the school would have spoken about it. So why would somebody give live projects to our students? Why would they get international small projects? It's only because they have the right skills and the right passion to do it. And our faculty, you will find, is very supportive. And now another thing which we do is, in order to make sure that the student does not carry any extra burden, whatever he does as freelance work, that is considered for his continuous assessment, so that he saves time there and instead utilizes it on live projects.
Nice.
Because this is more productive.
Yeah.
And he gains more confidence, and he understands the needs of the industry and the society far better when he works on live projects. So that is the whole approach. We want that every minute that a student spends in LPU, it should be on something, learning something which is relevant to the needs of the industry and the society. A very large number of our students are going abroad every year. Even now, I think at any point in time, 40, 50, 100 students are abroad. And we pick up the best institutions for each discipline.
Absolutely, because I came with a different mindset, and whatever I have seen, that changed me completely. So thanks a lot.
Pleasure, Basuji. And let the students be given confidence that when they come to LPU, they are making the best possible choice of their life. And we promise to build brilliant careers for them. And we will help them at every step of their stay in LPU.
Yeah. And one last question. The thing is that where do you see the future of fashion designing, and how LPU is positioning his stand in fashion designing?
You see, as I said, the middle class across the world is growing. Days of simplicity are gone. People want, personality has become part of one's presentation, identity. So with this focus, I think fashion has a very, very long way to go. And this is one area, fashion as well as any other design, because lifestyle has become important, right? Our public image has become important. We are going out and moving in the society in a much bigger way. We are traveling, we are for jobs, for leisure, So we want to maximize our exposure, and everywhere fashion counts. So the first impression that you create is through how presentable you are. So I think fashion has a brilliant future as a career, number one. Number two, I think, as I was saying, that e-commerce has become important. So it's so easy. Earlier, fashion designers had a very difficult road. You had to train under a big fashion designer. And now you can use your creativity. You can create any kind of a weird design. As long as you think it suits some people, it is saleable. And you are available to your design is available to the whole world. So, as I said, so along with fashion, we are making sure that people are made aware that yes, you can enter through e-commerce. There is no need to spend, long years with only training fashion designers, right? Or spending time with the companies. You can be on your own right from day one. Even during the program, there are many, design programs in LPU where students do freelancing, and they have given up very lucrative jobs, in fact, to do freelancing, because it gives you much more independence. Yeah. And then it is so easy to promote also. Earlier it was very difficult. You have to print posters and do electronic advertising, which is very expensive. Today, even reaching out to people, increasing your reach to people is so easy. You go on e-commerce platforms, learn, and you don't even need to pay somebody to do digital marketing for you. Yes. We will teach you digital marketing. It's part of the curriculum.
Yep.
And you do your own analytics, do digital marketing, and create a career for yourself. So I think fashion, the scope is huge. And for all design programs, I think it's a huge, very, very bright future. In fact, design programs will rule the world. If you look at all international experts, they say future lies in design.
And how LPU is doing multidisciplinary, I am sure that LPU take a lead role in future.
Surely, we are helping our students to register their designs, copyrights, and even we are helping students to set up their own ventures. We get venture capitalists on the campus. There's incubation center on the campus. All kind of how to write a business plan, we will teach students. And we want that instead of seeking jobs, students should in fact increasingly become entrepreneurs and freelancers, because that is where the biggest opportunity lies. It is not in jobs anymore.
Yeah.
And then the kind of lifestyle it promises you: freedom to travel, freedom to innovate, freedom to create. I think that is the biggest pleasure of life. Pleasure.
And one more thing I would love to say that before starting this interview, when we were setting up mic and all, so sir said one thing, that LPU believes in doing, not showing. And
I said, हम सबको अच्छा बनना चाहिए, अच्छा दिखना नहीं चाहिए. LPU अच्छा बनती है, सिर्फ अच्छा दिखती नहीं है. So I think that should be the focus of institutions as well as individuals. We should become good rather than only looking good. You should look good also,
yeah,
but become good first.
But why I just brought this thing, that it's not only to promote LPU. One thing also surprised me here, that in a pro vice chancellor cabin, everything is clean, and I haven't seen that kids know.
And simple.
There is no trying, and you will see in a pro vice chancellor room there is nothing of show off. It's minimal, whatever required, and that actually proves that thing, that whatever he is saying, he is not just preaching.
No, we are simple. It's a simple institution. Major focus is work. We are here to educate people, and that's our primary goal.
Thank you, sir. And I'm saying now that the only passionate students should come, at least for fashion designing, whatever passionate professors and all I've seen. So,
you see, if the student is passionate, there's nothing which can stop him.
Yeah.
I mean, we are so willing to help. We are so willing to help. A student can never think as widely as we think for a student. We believe in all-round development of the student. Apart from the classroom, there's a lot of activity which happens outside the class. There are 150 student clubs. Now, when you speak to the alumni, they feel that, sir, whatever we got in the class was fine, but whatever we got outside the class was even better. Because that gives them an opportunity to participate in organizing events, to develop their leadership, to develop teamwork. And those are the moments which they actually treasure. I mean, working late nights, winning competitions, organizing club activities,
Exactly.
So that's a great learning experience. It is, today teaching is not about classroom instruction alone. It's about a comprehensive experience that you are able to have both within and outside the class. Even classes, our quality of classroom is very different. It is not one-way traffic. We monitor classes. I personally check classes, and if a teacher is not participating enough, one is counseled that this is not the way to teach. A student should be at the center of the class. It can't be lecture all the time.
So students, you already heard from Pro Vice Chancellor of LPU that how LPU is contributing, and you have already seen in other videos also. Thank you very much, sir. It's so nice actually. It's a very much life-changing experience for me visiting LPU.